Hey everyone, welcome back to a new Wizard101 test room video. So I know you're all wondering after seeing where I'm at right now, why am I back in Polaris? Well, that's because when I finished the Mirage test room, as far as you can go, where you get the quest The Sands of Time, which gives you 600,000 XP, but you're not allowed to do it yet, which would probably get me to level 120. I had no other way to get to 120 besides doing side quests. So I didn't do a lot of the side quests in Polaris, and this one's going to give me 200,000 anyway. So it should give me to level 120. So I wanted to share that with you guys.
Benevolent,
Get the champion badge.
For your generosity, I will personally
There we go.
a small and insignificant part of Polaris.
Got the badge for that, and where's the badge for? I
I've
don't actually think it pops up.
You
This guy stop talking.
welcome.
It actually doesn't pop up when you get this badge, but if you do no title, then you'll become the champion of the spiral, champion diviner. So I just wanted to hit level 120 in test realm. You can probably just get to 120 in test realm from doing the main quest. Well, actually no, not in test realm, but in live realm, if they don't change the values of the quest, like for how much XP you get, you should be able to hit 120 from going 110 to 120, just like natural progression in the storyline, in the main storyline. So what we're going to do now is I'm also going to be looking at the pip conversion. I can actually get out of here. We're going to be looking at the pip conversion, and we're also going to be looking at the dividing of damage from the spells. Oh, that's kind of nice that I'm in the Arcanum. Forgot that was my house. But we're going to look at, I want to start with the dividing of the spells because a lot of people have questions about that, and we're going to go test that out. So let's go. I was thinking just any place that I can get 2 mobs in a battle. Probably just Krokotopia. And what we're going to do here is use my new storm spell, but we're going to do it with basically no damage. I'm going to try to get 0 damage, take off all my gear, and cast this thing so we can just see the base values of this spell and how much it attacks for. So I'm going to go and set that up, and we'll be back and we'll test it out. Okay guys, here we go. Noob Wizard, even though somehow he's a champion diviner, is going to go and cast the Iron Sultan on Charmed Slaves. Oh yeah, I have no damage, as you can see right there. So the damage of this spell, once I get a shad and 4 pips, is going to be 1152, and we will see how that divides between 2 enemies. Alright, we just got it. 65% chance to cast this thing. What we're going to do is divide the damage between these guys. They have no resist or anything like that, so it's 1152, and we'll see how much it does to each of them. So confirm. Hopefully we don't fizzle. That'd be great. But I'm excited to see what it is. I have my calculator ready so that we can do it. 1152 is the base damage. Because a lot of people have questions about this. I've been seeing on Twitter, on some of my YouTube comments. So let's see how it goes. Please don't fizzle. No, we fizzled. I knew it. Okay, round two. We got 3 of these spells. All right, come on. You can do it. I believe in you. 65%. That's pretty bad, but there we go. I love this spell. 576. Okay. 576 times 2 equals 1152. So right there should give you like the best idea possible of how the damage is split. It's not percentage, it's just purely divided in half. So let me look at the spell. So it just completely divides the spell in half. And I mean, the reason that it's 1152, like it's a even number, is so that it divides evenly between, I mean, if you divide it by 3, like, okay, say there's 3, 1152 divided by 3 is going to be, actually that divides evenly, 384. If I had 3 of those Manders in that battle, it would do 384 to each of them. So that's why, you know, you got to kind of think about this spell. Like, is it really that good? Is it really that good when you split it among 4 enemies? Not really. This Glowbugs is way better because it does 1120 to all of them. This one would only do, what is 11? What is 1152 divided by 4? That's only 288. I mean, yeah, if you had gear, it would be a lot more, but Glowbugs is always going to do more than Iron Sultan is. That's just a pure fact. The other fact is Rusalka is always going to do more than Iron Sultan is. Yeah, they're more pips. I mean, this is the reason that, I mean, it feels like we're scaling back, but that's because this one's 4, 5, and 6. So it's just the, you know, the power creep of the shadow spells, which I really enjoy that Iron Sultan is available, that it's, you know, an option. But that's just how this division works with spells, and all the other spells are going to work this in a similar way. I'm not sure of the values of them. I feel like they could up it a little bit, but they're not going to up it too much because, I mean, it makes sense. At least, you know, Iron Sultan does more than Glowbug on a single target, but if you divide it up, it's going to do less. So that's just how it works. That is the division of the new, what do they call it? The dividing of the power or something like that. But yeah, you can divide the spells, divide and conquer is what they call it. So that's how that works. Hope it clears it up for people that had questions. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about in this video is the pip conversion. And this one is really interesting because it adds a neat dynamic, a new stat for people to look into. It's not a stat that I would really go for, you know, full force, like I need this stat, but it's nice. It's a nice addition to new pieces of gear. You're not going to go for this stat, but if it happens, it's kind of a nice little bonus. So to get there, you go on the advanced character stat page, click the tab. There's now a new tab that goes to page 2 of 2. And then you see pip conversion, power pips, and shadow pip. I couldn't find power pips at first, but they're hidden behind this wall. So like this tab here. So this is basically like the new pip page, because we have pip conversion, power pip, shadow pip, and there's a neat little diagram or picture here of the guy trading in his regular pips for a power pip. So here you go, Gobbler. Here's a power pip for you. But what pip conversion does is the higher rating, the higher chances is going to happen. Right now it's at 1% because it's only plus 78, which isn't that much. So how this works is if you cast something that's an odd number of pips, you could have a chance of getting that extra pip that you use back. If you have say you have a regular pip and then 2 power pips, that's not going to matter because you're using 5 pips. But if you use 3 power pips to cast Glowbugs and the shadow pip, you're basically wasting a pip there because it costs 6 pips. 6 pips is 3 power pips, and you're wasting 1 pip to cast Glowbugs, which I don't think it's a waste though because Glowbugs is a great spell. But there's a chance that if you have high of the pip rating when you cast that spell, it'll convert that extra pip to a regular pip that you can just save, and you'll have it for a later turn. So the other thing that pip conversion does is, let's go back to the page, is at the beginning of a turn, if you have any regular pips, there's a chance that they will turn into power pips. So my deck gives that 1 pip at the beginning of the entire battle, which is plus 1 pip. There's a chance that if you have high pip rating for Storm, that would be transfer. Actually, I don't even know if it matters for Storm. I'm not really sure how that works for the beginning of the round, because the beginning of the round doesn't matter. I mean, maybe it's Storm because it's your school, your Storm. I don't know how the rating works. I mean, obviously if you're a Storm Wizard, you're gonna want Storm pip conversion, but it's kind of weird how that works. But at the beginning of the turn, you can also have a chance of getting a regular pip turned into a power pip. So that's how the pip conversion works. It'll be interesting to see how it applies to different pieces of gear as we move on, as we get more, higher level gear or 120 gear, that kind of thing. So that is the pip conversion. Just wanted to explain that for people. That's what the stat looks like on pieces of gear. And I know there's decks that have it, so that would be an interesting stat to get on different decks. So something to look forward to, something just to keep in mind. It's not a stat that I'm going to be going for full force right now because it's not necessary, but it is something that could be a benefit later on. So that's going to do it for this video. Kind of a lot of information. Glad we hit 120. Just wanted to share some things with people, clear up some different things that people were confused on in the test room. So other than that, leave a like if you guys have enjoyed. Stay tuned for more Wizard101 videos in the future, and I'll see you all next time.